Greetings and blessings. Crawford Ashley, the spiritual boxer. I'm talking about boxing again, as I always do. But specifically, Theo was supposed to be fighting today in the championships. And he's gone down, had the weigh-in at 8:30. And he was drawn against a guy called Antonio Joshua. And England Boxing have decided to gift him a #1 spot, so his trainers pulled him out of the championships. Now, that's wrong on many accounts. I remember back in my day when we were boxing in the ABAs. The ABA World Championship was to find out who was #1, and the champion was #1. Now, they've just gifted a place to somebody. All these other kids who've been working hard and training hard to fight, and they believe in themselves and fight for it. But this kid's trainer don't believe that he can win it. That's why he's pulled him out of it. Why not give him the experience of boxing? You know, it seems to me there's no belief there in your fighters, in what you're teaching them. Because I know that Theo's last fight, the knockout, was kind of like sensational, and it went round the amateur scene, and they're frightened. But boxing's about finding out who you are. And when you've got people, trainers and managers and promoters as you're getting on into the pro game, who don't believe in you, or you're not ready just yet, but you do, and what does that kind of like do to your psychology? I remember, I think it was last week, somebody pulled out of a fight, and the trainer says, because we want to make, no, the promoter said, it's because we want to make him a superstar. You can't make him a superstar. He's got to become a superstar. And the only way you're going to become a superstar is to beat people that are put in front of you. And that's anybody. You know, this is what I say. You got to be the best in your own backyard first. Area champion. Then go on to the English. Become the best in England. #1 in England. That's fighting everybody. And then go on to become the British, then the European, then the Commonwealth. Then you have a right to fight for the world. How can you say, it's like being at school, innit? And it's like, who's the hardest kid in the school? The hardest kid in the school's in your class, but everybody knows that you can beat him. But it's mad, and it's wrong. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I think I love boxing. I just hate the politics. The politics that are involved in boxing are just disgusting. And how can you become #1 if the #1 won't fight you? You see, we have the belief that we're the best. But that belief is not a knowing. The only time we're going to know it is when we've gone in there with the best and become the best. But people sometimes won't let you, especially when these so-called bests, the ones who are bringing in the money, putting tickets on, putting bums on seats, they're frightened that if they lose, then people are going to just fall away. And I don't like that, and I don't get that. I think true fans are going to follow you because you've come to put on a show, you've come to fight, you've come to win. If you haven't got the decision, it don't matter. At least you've gone in there and tried and worked. And I know that through experience. I lost to Michael Nunn. When I came back, the love I got from people who never even liked me, but when they seen the fact that I've gone in there to try and win the fight, they admire that and they respect that. But these promoters don't see that. They want to build these, I call them prima donnas. You know, they speak a lot, they talk a lot, but they do very little. You know, the promoters make them and the managers make them world champions. They're not genuine world champions. I remember my first meeting with Barney Eastwood. He told me Barry McGuigan wouldn't ever be a world champion if it weren't for him. I went, wow, what, did you actually fight for him? And he went, no, he picked the fights that he knew that Barry could win. He kept away from Azuma Nelson, he kept away from others, which is wrong because I think Barry would like to test himself against it. But for a manager to say that, it's their egos, so the managers are playing a big part in it. It's just bollocks, man. You know, let us fight, let kids fight each other, find out who's the best. It's that simple. Or it don't make any business sense. The business sense is down to the people who don't frigging box. There's a lot of money in boxing, and the boxers don't really get it, do they? Let's face it. It's the promoters and the managers. And it's sad. It's really sad. Anyway, if you like the vibe, then subscribe. I'm trying to get me subscription numbers up. And oh yeah, Theo might be fighting in the semi-finals tomorrow. We won't know till we get there, because when he weighs in again, they might pull out. It's sad. But like I say, I'm just chilling out.